ears. I could see franchise mode working out for me for someone who
Just a ring before you are. Dismissed.
Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I don't know. It all depends on a lot of different things. A lot of things that we have no way of knowing what that's going to be like. So we'll see what happens. Unfortunately. The duck in my pool. It's lovely. All right. I'm going to send an email right now to that website. Now it says he's looking for work, but he should be going here. And he turned away. He turned away. All right. So why?
November 2nd will be Community Day.
Here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the one and we're going to move it over the top of another one. And then we're going to do the same thing again. Okay, so we're going to take this one.
I thought it was my voice. This is terrifying.
And then we'll go there, and then we'll go there, there, there. And once you treat the paths with all of the respect and all of the discipline when you build them, then you'll find that you understand a lot more of the problem. There is no legendary banking on. So they're working on the Gamkuva. It's a nutty name.
Much game to enjoy, yeah, for real.
Planet Coaster 1 are very upset for a number of reasons. The first reason is this son of a bitch is a console game. They
Book peeps.
buildings, you can build these buildings and they'll oftentimes have a little space where you can put in your shop, whatever shop you want, and that way you can get a little bit of theming around there. The creative people, well, look, I mean, okay, this is probably a perfect segue to throw this in. The concept with an election timeline here, I will spend a lot of my job talking about that shit and really not being able to take it in any direction. You know, I'm sometimes mystified rules like trash can every 30 feet. Why? Because that's as far as people will go before they'll throw the trash on the floor. You know, those types of ideas are fascinating to me, and they're fun. And I bought this Huey Lewis record from our favorite store, and we were talking, and the proprietor goes, oh yes, and the news, that's correct. The proprietor goes, Huey Lewis. I'm like, oh man, I couldn't do my job if I was like this. I could do parts of it, but there's moments, and it's those moments that's where I have to be kind of lucid and ready to go. All right, so let's see. So yeah, has been the case, I've got no information and nothing new. I have been playing the just absolute shit out of Planet Coaster. Had a good weekend. My brother and his girlfriend were up and hooty hoot. Oh, I received none. I like how it shows up right there. Even she won't pick up the trash cans. So usually the way I approach it is I will have a look at, because again, it's nice to have someone who's able to clean up the vomit. Hold on, I got two sounds in my head. Hold on, we can't have that. I don't know why I turned the music back on here. Get tired. You want them to go a long fucking way. That's just good business, because they might buy sodas, they might buy drinks, they might buy food. Hell, they might say, you know what, let's just stay around for a little bit because there's too many people up there. Fuck, $17.64. The roller coaster's a way better value for only $10, right? Right? I don't think I have that one. Hey, Coaster Kook, thank you. Welcome. We're
Just a ring before you are. Dismissed.
Is directed at builders of this game who are basically saying, hey, do you miss this feature from the old Planet Coaster? Use this and color it this, and it looks, has 95% of the functionality. There's a lot going on in the news records in my collection back there, but I never saw them. Never saw them. I like I call that band a bar band. I haven't really shaved in November. I know there's this no shave November thing that's a deal, so I've never really done it because I don't really give a shit. But I locked into the building and that worked out okay. So again, but you can see, because it's been adjusting now, the spline is starting to show the strain of those minor adjustments multiple times. Okay, I ran out of power. Oh no! Lost my train of thought. I hate when that happens. So if we have the staff place, we still need to put one flat ride down. Facilities. Oh, see, there's the... We need a ride condition. Now, ride condition goes from 100 to 0. Now, the ride also has a full speed ahead, but right there early on, no. Definitely not. Definitely not. Oh, no. See? Hey, happy Thursday. Yeehaw. The week is almost over, and I am... I'm all glad for it. As are, I'm sure, a few other folks. States are all fairly important, but the bigger ones have more electoral votes, right? So Pennsylvania has 19, Michigan has 15, Georgia has 16. But notice how I was not suggested by one Asdini that he's actually helping someone with their furnace or some shit, so he's probably not gonna be here tonight. But it was...
It's an apple cider cookie. So it's like an oatmeal cookie, but with apples in it and cinnamon and brown sugar.
We could have this thing sit along the road. Like right, okay, that snaps in all nice. That snaps money. it's fascinating. You can bring those same concepts into the game, and it's fun. The game, money is sort of easy in this game. It's always been a knock on it. Whatever. Again, right there it is. It's got an exclamation point and everything. So you're like, oh no, what's happening? But I just showed you what's happening. The only thing that happened is the service certificate just now expired. The rate that time moves in this game, you have to take consideration of that hour, right? You have to take consideration of that hour. And it's kind of, because watch, let's unpause when they're buying stuff. Okay, we got to get a hat shop in here. We got to get a hat shop. I think we got the biggest, we got a pretty good lot of customers through that mimics how it might work in real life, or maybe just don't use it. Now, Anno has a really interesting mechanic with oil, which is very different than the way it works in real life. But as a game, it works. It's you can see that. Fuck, the elevation thing is crazy, right? I loaded a map that was supplied by the game. It was just a scenario or a career map. And when you look at it from the top down, all the power was connected. And you looked at it from an angle, and none of the go, but with a kind of a grain of truth running through the middle of it. I think so many people have been misled by disinformation that are they liable collaboratively on parks and stuff like that. All right, there you go, Dini, you got to write it. It's pretty. No, that's the wrong button. It's a pretty good ride. Pretty good ride. I mean, it's not decorated very well. It's not decorated at all. But I'll call it. I'm gonna call this entry, park entry, and hope that's enough. What I'm hoping for is I can have a naming convention that I can understand. But again, this is like for guest services. Who do we hire for guest services? I don't even know. Park management, staff. Back into the station. The goats. Well, that's an offensive statement. But it's also totally wrong. It's a total fabrication. Only in December, yeah, right. We'll see. I feel like they're overachieving, but then I watch and they're like playing well. So it's like, all right, I won't go with the overachieving part. I'll give them the credit of playing well. Day. It's so weird. Like this right here, I was in this park for hours and I'm only on day 2. It's midday, it's noon. And the time moves so realistically, right? Some of the things that really piss me off, that's a great thing. Okay, the way the game emulates electrical is fucking stupid. It is one of the weirder electric enabling. I think it's gonna be fun. So what I'm planning on doing, we're gonna run out of too much time before I can get too much done. But again, I want this Triangle Road network set up. The luxury of dealing with. Thankfully, it wasn't anyone I had to actually address. But it was we had a automation manager. This dude was an Indian fellow, and is all the things we've been talking about all night long, right? It's this, it's that, it's this. It means this to these people. It means this to these people. It means nothing to this whole other group of people here. Now, those that the election we saw it's going to be the pirate theme and this and that, and we talked about it, we voted on it, and we made our little section. I thought what we made was cool, right? I guess I don't understand. I believe that we're not going to play celebration music, but we're also not going to play funeral music either. Let's see. or patience to decorate to that extreme. So what I'll do is I'll do my shit, and then I'll find a park that's just like, hey, here's the greatest park someone's ever made. It's got the I looked again. I reread the reviews again. I remembered why I didn't buy it. It just doesn't seem. A lot of us, neither party aligns with a significant percentage of our beliefs. That certainly is the way I look at it, and I gain greatly by this capitalist hierarchy that we have. Sir Stunning changed his name to Sir Stinky. I'm feeling real attacked here. No, don't, no.
Hey, I had to smell him in his teenage years.
I filled the space, and I was never willing to spend the money for like a super crazy deluxe one. So never did that happen. I put this dock in to get people from here down to this area. I had always envisioned. Planet Coaster 1 are very upset for a number of reasons. The first reason is this son of a bitch is a console game. Before I make that statement, I guess there are some ways using the grid to make sure they're parallel. But this is not that way. All right, so no, I'm not trying to lie. That's my point. I think it's folly to
that are potentially in the game. So please take care of yourself. Please.
Mech Center. Apply all day. Confirm. Close. Speaking of which, this Red Sea pedestrian is currently setting up my Santa photo gig for the local council. So when a new party comes in, because there's other parties out there, but they don't really get to sit at the same table. They don't have the same discussions. Because all of the election organization
has way far too much influence over
so, you know, one of the arguments here in the legalization of marijuana in California. Yeah, but Hootie's right there, man. You never know when those spikes are going to come out and teach everyone else a lesson. Comes Pinciotti also. He's got a little bit of a dirty mind. They hooked up the main line. We were in business. Knock on wood. Doinkity. We have not had an outage big outage since then. Maybe not any. Sometimes the second. So you want a big square, and literally a square. You wanted what do you want? An octagon? Or is it like a big circle? What is it? Like if it's gonna be a big square, like something. Like how big? Yeah, I work for a Fortune 500 company. I don't understand. So our DEI was very, very well documented, and we had to do reports every year. Right, every year you had to submit. Your DE entrance can provide power to help you get started. Aha! So the entrance feeds a little bit of power to that power distributor, which in turn is feeding that building that's down there. So we need a generator. They're out there socializing, and I think it's okay. I think it's good for her to be around other people. I think it's good for them to be around her and be around other people. All right, so back to our adventure. Oh, not Fluffy. Fluffy's already been here. Oh, what? Dude, I'm fucking 60. What kind of fantasy has been that has frustrated me a little bit is the 6,000 visitor limit of your park. Fully support bacon. I fully support bacon. What is this? Why did I build that? Why is that even there? I think I must have had a plan earlier, and that plan went away. I guess I gotta finish this thing. I would move them for the real estate. Oh, well, things like I should never see the word console in my PC interface, really ever, except for maybe like link to my console, something like that. But I've seen games where we got the console version because it said, hit here to exit your computer. By, let's see, going back to facilities and the food, and I don't want the blueprints. I just want the shops themselves. Some people are going, hey, where's the themes from the first game? Cowboys and skeletons and pirates. And so the dev's like,
He is. Oh my god, Dad? Oswald! What were you thinking hiding in that nasty old thing? Didn't you hear me calling you?
and then we'll go there, and then we'll go there, there.
Another day in the life. I can't stop thinking about that thing. Hide under tables. Noted.
If you try to drop a tree on a fucking path, yeah, you people can walk right through that tree, because the pathing is more important. The tree is just as far as the game is concerned, is just a little thing, a little bit of visual effect. Maddox on break. All right, on break. Now, if we unfilter this, how can I unfilter it quickly? I don't know. Let's go this way. Mainly want is stuff that you see from the door. Like the door opens up and you can see the stuff going on, right? I don't need the whole ride necessarily scripted. I just want it's that type of detail that I want to see. I wouldn't be averse to doing the whole thing, but again, it comes down to, I would, that's a.
What's going on? I don't know, kid.
I've I don't really pay much attention to TikTok. I don't see many videos unless someone posts it somewhere else, and certainly nowadays I'm not seeing any videos because it's I'm very quarantined. I'm banging my head against the wall, trying to figure out, was there a way that I could increase the maintenance frequency? I want my mechanics to go service the ride before the certificate expires. But the game has, and we're gonna we're gonna focus heavily on big shit. All right, so we're gonna put the same camera, and we're gonna, here we go, unpause the game. What is big shit gonna do? Big shit says, oh, hold on. Let me see, what do I? People are happy on the roller coaster, eh? Would you work at a place where you couldn't take a break? I don't think so. So where we've got, but it still is a part. But there definitely is some special sauce here that requires, I think, aggressive use of zoning. I did just see before stream, guys started a new career map, and it's just It breaks my heart that Roger Waters is as fucking crazy as he is, but yeah, the band is just so good.
I don't think the fish game's working.
To either these arrests or worse, right? Or worse. So that's my commitment. So, yeah, I get some fucking idiot MAGA head who needs a job and he lines up perfectly for the job I lower. See, that mechanic makes sense in some form, right? The ride condition will never be 100% except the day it's brand new. You maintain it to hopefully a high reliability. That means you have a better chance at making stuff happen. You have a better chance of introducing legislation that maybe appeals to one of the smaller groups that might appeal to another group. It creates interesting alliances. But this way, the way they
just leave. No, we should just leave.
the frequency of maintenance. I cannot find it anywhere in any dialog box. I cannot find it. Now, if you can find it, let me know. I'm all ears, with a little bit of scalp too, but mostly ears, because I'd like to understand part. Is it the worst part? I think it's the worst part. It's a bad part for sure. Is the idea that so many people think they understand it, and they don't. Like they don't. And at least here, like here in America, I'm thinking like the Halloween playlist. Ha! But I don't know. I'm trying to think what's appropriate.
I'd say it depends on who's winning.
Rage Against the Machine. I have not yet mastered, well, I probably haven't really mastered any of it. I'm still trying to learn the finery of the pathing tools. The pathing tools are deep and so like deep. And then twice a year in Saskatoon and once in Regina, they line these up and they have like these weird glory holes, and it's really weird and creepy. Like we've spent the last 9 months, we've spent $14 million on this analysis. And it says, if you execute that, I will not be able to sell 1/3 of my products at all.
Do you hear cat purrs? Nope. You might be hearing things.
And it would only be 2 zones plus the extra janitorial zone over here. And I think like this whole area up here could be, well, you got to get up here to this, but I think I would repath this. If that outcome bothers you, I urge you to pay better attention, understand better. But again, people who don't recognize that Rage Against the Machine is a political band, you think they're the short road and they burn out or they become an accountant or whatever the case may be, but it happens. All the greatest music. Oh, hold on. Let me rephrase. Which gives you your objectives, your part KPIs, basically, what your top guest thoughts are up here, and then these buttons down here. You, of course, don't see this button right here, which is finances.
Oh, a letter. Is this a joke?
Duck. One that moves a lot of things. Okay, so Darkwing is the most recent. God damn it, I don't understand. Yeah.
Nope.
Darkwing. There he is. All right. Click on it. Darkwing.
Radio! Dig around the trash if you run out. You'll find some. Ew. Great. You have a mic now.
Moves so realistically, and it's kind of crazy. Now, if we did change this tonight, like right now I got it where the sun doesn't change, and mechanics just put 2 in here and 2 in here, because the number I found earlier was 3, and these have 4. They'd be bored. I bet they'd be a little bit bored.
All right.
So, you know, I when I got into Pink Floyd, it would have been the late 80s. Because as usual, I was late, missed the boat, right? But by the time I got into them, So let's see where are them zones at? Where are them zones at? You go look at those coasters. They're big. They take up a lot of space sometimes. You know, sometimes even like check out like this coaster right here. Oh, it's there. It is. The only way I think it works is if you're like super good and people watch you just to watch you. But you know, maybe a beaver hunter VTuber. Now, when he comes back, if a lot of times I've seen him stand here and wait for the ride to end operation and then they go in. But I would. There's another guy right here, and he is also. And then Villalobos, you're gonna be in the east all day. All right. So those rides should.
I wish I could just run away. Ugh. Who could eat lunch at a time like this?
Into Twitch. It coincided when I started streaming, but instead of being a part of my stream regularly, she ended up focusing on the drama of Twitch. She was into it for a while. Moria-esque things that occur. Is that factual? Out of research. I don't need two in research. Let's take Cassie Farrow out and oops. What's going on with your thought process there? I can't get to my work. Need to find something else to do. Yeah, I'm working on that here. Give me pathways showing the same behavior. They're like, oh, how come the ride didn't crash into the rock? Well, because the game doesn't simulate that. But no, but the rock was totally blocking them. Yeah, I know. Well, the ride just went through the rock. Yeah, like that's how it didn't Planet Coaster. Idea that they're going to talk about the max. What are you doing? No, I mean they're legitimately talking about high THC strains, and I'm like, those are the ones I buy. Like, what's wrong with you? Stop looking in that direction. It doesn't fit in the landscape. Maybe I'll stick with another one of these little shops. I was hoping to go for something a little more grandiose, but once I dropped it in there, like, it's too big. You stay away. You stay away. Don't be bringing your pokey stick over here, man. Don't be doing it. Kablam. Winchester's like, this job, that's a problem. But see, what they will do is if the bathrooms got dirty in this little experiment, they would have gone and cleaned them. So what I end up doing, and this is ultimately the solution for this, and this is
Power supply. Damn. Okay. I don't know what these things are for.
So this is their schedule. We can break it down. We can also set up zones. It's usually pretty important to keep your workforce combined, especially